Good evening, guys. In the last session, we discussed about operators in the shell script. Operators are used to perform some operation on the variables, right? Arithmetic operators, comparison operators available in the shell script. And yesterday we also discussed about conditional statements. What is the purpose of conditional statements? Conditional statements are used to perform the operation based on the condition. Conditional statements are used to perform the operation based on the condition. Nothing but if, elif, else we are going to use. If this condition is true, then statement 1 will be executed. If condition 2 is true, then statement 2 will be executed. If both the conditions are not true, then else statement will be executed. So if you want to perform some operation based on the condition, then we can go for conditional statements. If, elif we are going to use. In the last class, we have written several shell scripts to understand conditional statements. Checking numbers are equal or not. Checking whether the user is eligible for vote or not. And checking type of the number, whether it is positive number or negative number or 0. And the next one, we started our discussion related to looping statements in the shell script. Okay, what is the purpose of looping statements in the shell script? Loops are used to execute statements multiple times, guys. Any statement that you want to execute multiple times, for that we are going to use looping statements. We can use two types of loops here. One is called range-based loop and next one is conditional-based loop. Range-based loop is available and conditional-based loop is available. Yesterday, we discussed about for loop. So this is the syntax for the for loop. For loop contains three parts, guys. When we are working with the for loop, three parts will be available in the for loop. First one is initialization, then condition will be available, then modification will be available. So here, first part is initialization. I is equal to 1. I is a variable. Okay. So my requirement is I want to print numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. Today it is 1 to 10. Tomorrow it can be 1 to 1000 also. I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10 or 1 to 1000. So when you want to do like this, then loop concept we need to use. What is the meaning of loop? Loops are used to execute our statements multiple times. So here there is a statement called echo. Echo I. Echo is used to print the data on the terminal. So this echo I want to execute for 10 times. So instead of writing echo 10 times, I want to execute this line 10 times. There we are going to use loops concept. Okay. So we are going for a for loop. For loop means I want to execute the loop for 10 times. I want to print the numbers from 1 to 10. So that is called range. I know the range. 10 times I have to print the number. Then we can go for range-based loop. So for loop is having three parts: initialization, condition, and modification is available. In the initialization, we are declaring a variable and we are storing the value for it. Then condition. Till how many times you want to execute it? I less than or equal to 10. Till I value is less than or equal to 10, I want to execute this. Every time I want to print I value and I want to increment I value. Okay. Initialization, condition, and modification. So this is going to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Similarly, now I want to print the numbers from 10 to 1. I want to print the numbers from 10 to 1. To print the numbers from 10 to 1, first I am writing a shebang, which is bin bash. Now, for loop I am going to take here, guys, for. So two brackets we are going to take because arithmetic operation we are doing. I is equal to 10 because I want to print the numbers from 10 to 1. So I value I'm starting from 10. So earlier we started I value at 1 because 1 to 10 I want to print. But today 10 to 1. So to print it from 10 to 1, I'm going to use for I is equal to 10, comma, I greater than or equal to 1. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and so on up to 1. Then as I value started at 10, for every print, I will reduce I value by 1. That's why I minus minus I am using. Then I'm going to use echo dollar of I value will be printed. Then done. This is the script that is used to print the numbers from 10 to 1 times. So yesterday we printed numbers from 1 to 10. Today we are printing numbers from 10 to 1. Are you guys able to understand this? Are you guys able to understand this? For I is equal to 10, I started I value at 10. I greater than or equal to 1, minus minus. Plus plus is nothing but increment, minus minus is nothing but a decrement. Plus plus means I value will be incremented by 1. Minus minus means I value will be decremented by 1. Increment and decrement. So when we are printing from 1 to 10, I value started at 1 and every iteration it will be increment. When we are printing from 10 to 1, I value starting at 10. For every print, it will decrement the number. Let us take this script and execute this. I connected with my Linux machine by using git bash ls-l. This is 9th script 09 for .sh vi 09 for .sh. I open this script file. I'm keeping my script, then execute. Good. So with this, our script is ready, which will print the numbers from 10 to 1. Good. So sh09 sh. Now see, it started from 10 and it is printing up to 1. I value is equal to 10. So I minus minus. How many times it will execute? Till I value is greater than or equal to 1, then it has to print it. If I value becomes 0, then I don't want to. If I value becomes 0, then I don't want to print it. Okay, guys. So with this, we are able to understand how to write for loop. So this is the script which is used to print the numbers by using for loop. Next one, we are going for while loop. While loop is nothing but conditional based loop. For loop is called as range based loop. So execute my statement 20 times. 20 is the range. I know that. So travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore 20 times. The range is available. How many times you want to execute the statement? You know the range. So that is the reason when you want to execute a statement for a particular number of times, then you can go for loop. That's why for loop is called as range based loop. But when it comes to while loop, so while loop is used for executing the statements until condition is true. So travel from Hyderabad to Bangalore till evening. Okay, or else travel from Amirpet to High Tech City from morning to evening. So if I tell travel from Amirpet to High Tech City 10 times, 10 is the range. 10 times I have to travel. So when I know the range, I will go for fun. But here the scenario, travel from Amirpet to High Tech City till evening. Till evening, that is the condition. Okay. So when you know only condition, then you can use while loop. If you know the range, then you can go for loop. For loop is called as range based loop. While loop is called as conditional based loop. Range based loop available, conditional based loops available. So loops are used to execute the statements multiple times. Are you guys able to follow me? Are you guys able to follow me? Come on. Are you guys able to follow me? Very good. So while loop is used to execute the statements until the condition is true. Now, I want to print numbers from 1 to 10 by using while loop. I want to print the numbers 1 to 10 by using while loop. Okay. So how to write the script to print the numbers from 1 to 10 by using while loop. So here we are using Shabang. Then I will take n is equal to 1. N is a variable. In that variable, I'm storing the value as 1. N is equal to 1. Now, I'm writing while. I'm writing while loop. If n value, dollar of n, is less than or equal to 10, okay, then I want to perform this operation. Do then echo of dollar n. Then after doing this one, I want to increment n value. Then done. Okay. So if you observe here, initially I'm taking n value as 1. So while condition, if a condition is true, then this statement will be executed. $n. $n represents n value. We are accessing the value of n. N is 1. N is equal to 1. N is a variable. In that variable, we are storing the value as 1. N is equal to 1. While $n less than equal to 10. If 1 is less than or equal to 10, then I want to print the n value. As n value is 1, after printing 1, then n value should become 2. For that, I am using n plus plus. Plus plus is used for increment. So when we are incrementing or when we are accessing any variable with while loop, then we need to declare that variable as a let variable. Let is a keyword which will represent the variable in the scripting here. Let is a keyword which is used to represent the variable when we are writing shell script. Are you guys getting my point? Are you guys getting my point? Initially n is 1. If n is less than or equal to 10, I want to print the n. So if I don't write this let n plus plus, 1 less than or equal to 10, 1 will be printed. Again it will check 1 less than or equal to 10, 1 will be printed. Again it will check 1 less than or equal to 10, 1 will be printed. If I execute this script, always 1 will be printed and that will never stop. Because n is 1, 1 less than 10, condition satisfied, print. Again 1 less than 10, condition satisfied, printed. Again 1 less than 10, condition satisfied, printed. So always it will be only 1. So that is the reason after printing the 1 value, I am incrementing that n variable by using n plus plus. Print 1, then make it as 2. Then print 2, make it as 3. Then print 3, make it as 4. So every time it has to print the number and it has to increment the value. What is the condition? N less than 10, less than or equal to. Nt means less than. Ne means less than equals. If n value less than or equal to 10, then execute the statement. So based on the condition, until n value is less than or equal to 10, this statement will be printed. This is while loop syntax. Copy this one. Okay, go here. Connect with SSH. While loop syntax I'm writing, paste. Then good. sh while loop.sh. So we are able to print the numbers from 1 to 10 by using while loop. Look at the syntax, how we are writing while loop. Now the requirement is Can you guys write the script to print numbers from 10 to 1? Can you guys write the script to print the numbers from 10 to 1 using while loop? Come on, guys. Write the script to print the numbers from 10 to 1 using while loop. Print the numbers from 10 to 1 using while loop. I want all of you to try this. Come on. Make it quick. Last 1 minute. Now print the numbers from 10 to 1 using while. Print the numbers from 10 to 1 using while. So we'll take n is equal to 10 because we want to start from 10. Then we'll write a loop while dollar of n is greater than or equal to 1. Okay. Then do echo dollar of dollar of n. Then we will use let n minus minus. Done. This is the script which will print the numbers from 10 to 1 by using while loop. Are you able to write it correctly? N value I'm starting from 10. If n value is greater than or equal to 1, I have to execute it. And as it is started from 10, for every iteration, I'm decrementing. 10 will become 9, 9 will become 8, 8 will become 7, up to 1 it will print. When the n value becomes 0, then we will not print that. When the n value becomes 0, then we will not print that. Are you guys able to understand this one? Are you able to understand this? Very good. So you can try this, copy this script and execute it. Done. Yes. Now you can see the loop is executed and the numbers printed from 10 to 1. Oh, good. So with this we understood what is conditional statements and what is loop. Conditional statements will check condition. If condition is true, statement will execute only one time. But loop, if condition is true, it will execute multiple times. Range based loop and conditional based loops. Conditional statements and looping statements available in the script. Then next one, another important thing in the shell scripting, which is functions. In the programming languages like Java, .NET, C#.NET, people will call them as methods also. In the shell scripting, we are going to call them as functions. We are going to call them as functions. Functions are also called as methods. Then, what is the meaning of a function? Okay, functions are used to perform some action. When you want to perform some task, then we will use a concept called function. Functions are used to perform some action. Suppose I want to perform a big task. That big task can be divided into multiple small tasks by using functions concept. Using functions, we can divide big tasks into multiple smaller tasks. So basically, functions are used to divide our work logically. Suppose I want to take files backup. I want to install some software. I want to take some files backup. I want to analyze some log files. 3 different types of works I want to do by using shell script. So instead of writing everything at one place, logically we will divide our work by using this functions concept. And if you write a function, that function you can use any number of times. That's why people will call functions are reusable. If you write function once, that function you can call any number of times. That's the reason people will say functions are reusable. So what is the meaning of a function in the shell script? Functions are used to perform some action, or we can say functions are used to perform some task. Using functions, we can divide big task into multiple small tasks, and functions are used to divide our work logically. And functions are reusable. So fine. What is the syntax to write a function in the shell script? When we are writing the shell scripts, we are going to write functions. What is the syntax to create a function? The syntax is, it will start with a keyword called function, and for the function, you can give a name. For the function, you can give a name, and curly brace will represent body. Function keyword is used to create a function, and for every function, a name will be available, and function will have a body. Body means logic. What operation that you want to perform by using function, that will be represented by using function body. Are you able to follow me? Are you guys able to follow me? Are you guys able to follow me? Function is used to divide our work. Whatever the big task is available, that big task can be divided into smaller tasks by using function. Okay. Function keyword, name and body. Function keyword will be available, name will be available, and body will be available. This is the syntax to create a function. Okay. So here I am creating a function. Now I want to call the function. Call function. How do we call the function? To call the function, just we will use function name. So this is function name. You can give any name for the function. Using that name, in the same shell script, you can call the function. Like this, in one shell script, you can write any number of functions and you can call those functions. Are you able to understand what is the meaning of a functions in the shell script? Functions are used to perform some action. They are used to perform some task. Using functions, we can divide a big task into multiple small tasks. Okay, you can divide the big task into multiple small tasks by using functions. Functions will divide our work logically, and these functions are reusable. Function, function name, and it can have body. Like this, you can create the function using its name. You can call the function also. You can call the function also. Let me write one shell script with the function. Script with the function. A very basic script we are going to write to understand function creation and function calling. Okay, function. I'm writing a function with a name called welcome. Function name can be anything. You can give F1, F2, F1, F2, whatever you want. So function, I'm taking the name as welcome. Inside this function, I'm writing echo welcome to Ashok IT. Okay. So this is one statement. Then echo welcome to Linux. Okay. Then echo welcome to DevOps. Right. So I have created a function welcome. Now, how to execute this function? Call it welcome. Okay. So this is function creation and this is function call. Are you guys able to understand? Are you guys able to understand how to create it and how to call it? Very good. Let us take this script and execute it. EI12 function1.sh. Let us keep our script which contains a function. This is logic to create and this is calling. Okay, save it. Now clear this, cat, print the script, then execute it. sh12 function1.sh. Now you see, when I execute this shell script, in that shell script there is a function and we are calling that function. If you don't call the function, then that function will not be executed. So if you write a function, then definitely you need to call the function. Let me show you that. Vi. Now, so in this shell script, if I write ash, ash means comment. Ash means comment. That will not execute. So that line will not execute. Ash, if you write the ash before the line, that means commented. This line will not consider for the execution. Save this script. Now, you can print the content of this cat function1.sh. So this is my script. This is my function. But calling the function is commented. Comment means ignore. That line will not be executed. Now, sh12 function. Am I getting any output? When I execute this shell script, am I getting any output or I'm not getting any output? Am I getting any output or I'm not getting any output? I'm not getting any output. Function is there, but why it is not executing? Because we are not calling. We are not calling. So you understand? Whenever you write a function, then definitely you need to call the function. Whenever you write a function, then definitely you need to call that function. Okay, to call the function, we need to use function name. What is the meaning of hash in the shell script, guys? Hash will represent a comment that line will not exist. Now, uncomment it, remove this hash, then save it. Okay, now execute again. Now the function called, all the function logic executed. Echo statement available. Echo means print the and it is print. Okay, are you clear? Now, I am giving one requirement. I'm giving one requirement. Write a function which will read file name from the user and print content of that file. This is my question. Can you read the question? Write a function which will read file name from the user and print content of that file. Can you write a shell script for this requirement? Come on, guys. Are you clear with my requirement? Now, you need to implement that by using shell script, guys. Try this. I will give you 3 minutes of time. I will give you 3 minutes of time. Heroes requirement not able to understand that. It's very simple. You need to write a shell script. In that shell script, you need to create one function. That function should read a file name from the user. Then you should print the content of that file. That's it. Come on, guys, make it quick. All right, let's do this, guys. Observe carefully. So I want to write a function read file. You can give any name for the function. So inside the function, I will ask the user to enter file. Echo enter file. So to read the file, I will use a command called read command, which is file name. Then directly you can use cat of $file. That's it, right? So I want you to write a shell script which will take a file name from the user and it should print content of that file. Cat command is used to print content of the file. So we need to take the file name from the user. For that we are using read command. Read file available. So we need to call the function. So read file I am using call it above function. right? So here we are creating the function and we are calling the function. Creating function and we are calling the function. I hope you got the clarity. You got the clarity on my requirement. Right? Let me create one file, cat arrow ashokit.txt. Okay. I want to learn DevOps with AWS. DevOps means Dev plus Ops. AWS is cloud platform. Okay. So there is a file, ashokit.txt file is available. Now, I want to read that file by using shell script. Okay. So let me create a shell script 13 read file.sh. Okay. So here I am writing this shell script. So if you observe in the shell script, I am creating one function. In the function, I am asking the user to enter a file name. Then I will read that name, will store it to fname variable. Then cat of $fname. $fname means accessing the value of the variable. File name will be stored to this variable. The file name I'm giving as the input for the cat command. Cat's file name will print content of the file. So this is my function whose name is read file. Here I am calling that function by using its. Then save this one and execute this one. sh13 read file.sh. I think I saved it as sj. It should be sh. Okay. How to rename mv command? I will use 13 read file.sh. So to rename a file in the Linux, we will use mv command. Yes, the extension was incorrect. So now I corrected this extension. I made it as sh. Now execute sh13 read file.sh. Unexpected token syntax error. So there is a mistake in my script file. Let me edit it. Vi function. Oh, spelling mistake, guys. Keyword spelling mistake. It should be function read file, then echo enter file name, then read file name, cat file name, then close it, then I am calling that function. Then save it. Okay, now execute sh read file.sh. It is asking me to enter the file name. My file name is ashokit.txt. Now, you see, it is asking me to enter the file name. I have given the file name. Then it is printing the content of the file. So that is what my requirement. Alright guys. So we are taking the file name and storing it to a variable. Then we are printing that file content by using its cat command. Are you able to understand this? Are you able to understand this? Is it difficult? Is it difficult? No. What is the use of brackets? These brackets represents function inputs. If you want to pass any input for the function, then you will use brackets. This is the syntax when you are writing a function. Name, these brackets, parentheses. These are called parentheses, will represent that this is a method name. Okay, and these curly brackets will represent function body. So body start point, body end point. Body start point and body end point. Mr. Anil Verma, echo is used to print only message. Echo will not print the file data. I want to print the file data. So that is the reason I am taking cat command. If I take echo in place of cat, as you said, why are you taking cat? Why don't you take echo? If I take echo, what will happen? It will just print the file. I don't want to print file. I want to print the content of the file. So that's why I'm taking cat. Anil Verma, I hope your doubt is clarified. Now, Mr. Pranav, as I told you, we can execute script file in two ways. One is by using sh, another one is by using // also. Anything is fine. Whichever you feel comfortable, that one you can use it. Next one, here if you observe, my script is executing as expected. Enter file name ashok@txt. So in this machine, whatever the file name I have given, that file is available. That's why it is printing the content of the file. The file name, whatever I have given, it is available. That's why it is printing that content. Read the file name, then cat that file name. Okay, so here we can write a message, echo printing file data. Start. Printing file data start. Okay, then here I will write echo printing file data end. Printing file data end. Save this one. Execute 13th script. Enter file name. I'm giving the file name as ashok@txt. So printing file data start. In this file, 3 lines of data available. It is printed. And printing file data end. So whatever the data available in the file, it is printing as expected. But think about the native scenario. So when I execute it, it is asking me to give the file name. I'm giving the file name as abc.txt. Okay, what it is saying? No such file are directly available. It is saying printing file data start, printing file data end. But actually, the file name I have given, it is invalid. So when I give the file name, if that file is not available, directly it should give you a message, no file exists. No file exists. If the file is available, whatever the name I have given, whatever the file name I have given, with that name, if the file is available, then only it should start printing. Otherwise, it should not print. So that means if the file is available, then only it should print the content. If the file is not available, it should give you a message, no file found, file not found, something like that. Okay. So there is a loophole in our script now. There is a loophole in our script now. Okay. So whatever the name you give, directly or blindly, it is going to read that file data. Whether that file is available or not available. Is it checking that file is available or not available? Or directly it is trying to do the cat with the file name? Guys, is it checking? Is it checking the file is available or not? Directly it is printing the content of the file. Directly. Directly it is executed. So, but what we need to do now? If the file is available, then only it should execute this. If the file is not available, then it should not execute the cat command. With the given name, if the file is available, then only we should use the cat to read the file data. With the given name, if the file is not available, then we should not read the file data. So we need to go for condition. We need to check file is available or not. If the file is available, then only read it. If the file is not available, then don't read it. Are you clear? Are you clear with my point? Yes. What is the change we need to do in our shell? What is the change we need to do in our shells? Observe carefully. If else statement I will add to achieve our requirement. If else statement I will add to achieve our requirement. So I'm reading the file with the given name, whether file is available or not. I will check if -f $f $f name, it is used to verify with the given name the file is available or -f file name will check with that name file is available or if the file is available, if file is available true, then only I want to execute this state. Okay. If the file is not available, then else I will write a message echo file not found. I will simply say that file not found. Okay guys. If the file is present, then only I will read it. Otherwise, I will say file not found. My if is completed, F1. That's it. Earlier, whatever the name we are reading, directly we are doing the cat with that name. So, but now, if the file is, after reading the file name, this line number 1524 will check with the given name, file is present or not. If the file is present, then only read the data. Otherwise, don't read the data. Are you clear with my change in the shell script? Inside the function, I'm reading the file. Then I'm adding one if statement. What is the purpose of this if statement? This if statement is used to check file is present or not. If the file is present, then only print it. Otherwise, don't print. Are you clear? Are you clear with my point? Can we try this now? Yeah, let's try this. New script. Go to our machine. vi 14 file read .sh. Open the editor. Paste. Now this is my shell. Okay, good. Save this. sh14 read sh ashok.txt. It is available. Printing the file data start. It is printing the data and printing the file data end. File is available with the given name. But now let me execute it by giving a file name abc.txt. What it is saying directly, it is not reading the data. It is saying file not found. Are we able to achieve our requirement? Are we able to achieve our requirement? F5 represents end of if state. If else I am writing, once your if else is completed, I am writing Fi. Fi represents end of if logic. If started here, Fi means that if is ending. F will check whether the file is available or not. F file name, it will check the file is available or not. If the file is available, then only read it. Otherwise, print file not found. Don't read it. So read the data from the file if the file is present. If the file is not present, then don't read that data. That's it. Are you guys clear with my point? $f name will represent the name of the file. F name is a variable. We are accessing the value of the variable. F file name will tell whether that file is present or not. Are you clear? Very good. So with this we understood what is function in the shell script, how to create a function, and how to execute the function. Now, I'm giving some assignments, guys. Before coming to tomorrow's session, I want you people to do some practice on the shell script. So I'm giving 4 programs as assignments. Write shell script to check given number is even number or odd number. By using shell script, you need to identify. And write a shell script to check given number is a prime number or not. Write a shell script to check given string is a palindrome or not. Write a shell script to print a table based on the given number. If I give 2 table you need to print. So if I give 5 table you need to print. So you need to write shell scripts for these 4 programs. So this is for your practice to understand how to write a shell script, how to use loops in the shell script, how to use conditional statements in the shell script. Okay. So what is the syntax we need to follow, how to create a function, and how to execute that function. So I want you people to practice all these 4 programs before coming to tomorrow's session. Can you guys try these programs? Can you guys try these programs before coming to tomorrow's session? All right. Good. Thank you guys. I will upload this file into our website. So please practice these things before coming to tomorrow's session. Another 2 days. Another 2 days. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we are going to complete our Linux syllabus. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we will complete our Linux syllabus. Okay. Good guys. Thank you.